Hi, I'm Brad Smart, and the title of this top grading tips article is How to Top Grade Those Pesky Millennials. For starters, stop referring to them as pesky or spoiled or overly entitled, lazy, self-centered, lacking in loyalty, lacking in resourcefulness, afraid of accountability, hard to manage, and pesky. Oops, already said that. Top grading clients all over the world are struggling to cope with millennials. Employees mainly in their 20s. To lessen hiring millennials, some are hiring older people, retaining older workers longer, attempting to, quote, train millennials to be more like their traditional workers, and they're fretting a lot. They just haven't figured out a strategy to cope, much less a strategy to thrive when hiring millennials. Before I dive further into this top grading tips article, I'd like to thank Chip Espinoza, who's authored Managing the Millennials, Discover the Core Competencies for Managing Today's Workforce. Excellent book. And I'm thanking him for helping edit this manuscript. So, millennials are taking over the world. It's simple demographics. Populations of most Western countries are aging. Not you and me, but others are. And the millennials, those born approximately between 1983 and 2001, will dominate the workforce in the next 5 years. Millennials are all over social media, blogging 24/7 and letting their 1,000 friends on Facebook and other social media know which companies are great to work for and which are companies that are stuck in the old ways that make working for them less attractive. Here's the bottom line. Embrace millennial values, or else you may end up hiring C player millennials. Believe it or not, you might see the C players as more attractive to hire because you perceive them to know their place. The A players want to have a voice from day one, and they want to make their mark on your organization. We're talking about A player millennials. You can easily spot them because they're always challenging processes and strategies, and their managers, like you. It may be time to make a concerted effort to alter your organization culture by shifting the conversation about millennials to a conversation with millennials to get the best of what they can and do offer. It's not only about recruiting and retaining millennials, but it's about innovation in your company. Do it, or you might suffer. Why are millennials different? Well, you probably know they've been reared by helicopter parents, and I'm generalizing horribly here, but trying to make the point. They've been reared by helicopter parents who told them they are very special. They got trophies whether they sat on the bench or kicked most of the goals. Mom and dad helped them with their homework, did their science projects, wrote their speeches. When they got in trouble, mom and dad would plead their case to teachers, principals, and even the police. Come on, officer, kids will be kids. Instead of mowing lawns or working at McDonald's and learning the value of work disciplines, they attended special camps to learn techie things and painting for their fulfillment. Oh, and you know how techie they are, devoting hours and hours every day to Facebook and video games and texting and so forth. Their texting ways have made them socially challenged when it comes to face communication. Okay, not every millennial had helicopter parents or struggles with face to face communication, but they are generally perceived the same way in the workplace. Okay, now job fairs, companies find they have to announce in advance that parents are not welcome. Otherwise, mom and dad increasingly show up to say to recruiters why their kid is so special. Universities have parent bouncers on orientation day for the same reason. Let us handle your kids. Go away, go home, let your kids transition to college. Once hired, you can bet your pension. If Megan is passed over for promotion, mom or dad will call to convince you why your decision is all wrong. Google has a Parents' Day so you can bring a parent to work. Enterprise lets parents in on the negotiations when recruiting new hires. Adaptation is the name of the game. So, what do millennials want? According to Chip Espinoza, In his forthcoming book, Millennials at Work, the 7 skills every 20-something needs to overcome roadblocks and achieve greatness at work. Hey, you and I are really happy he's writing this book, right? Well, here is the millennial top 10 of what they want at work. They want to be listened to be accepted, to be rewarded for work, to be promoted faster, preferably, to know how they're doing. They want feedback, to know what's expected of them. They want clear goals, to have a good relationship with older workers. They do want that. And they want to have a say in how they do their job, more than the typical say. They want recognition, and they want to blend work and life. Also, a lot of them want to save the world. They want to know that what they're doing makes a difference. So, millennials desire honest, frequent feedback, coaching, mentoring, the ability to use their tech skills, and they want to save the world. Having been praised 24/7, I know, I'm exaggerating again. Having been praised 24/7 all their life, they want a lot of positive recognition, and they do not want anything resembling harsh criticism. They do not want to be told they have to conform to traditional bureaucracies or work specific hours or conform to traditional dress codes or be forced into doing the job the old way. When applying for jobs, they tend not to research companies and jobs in order to be able to say how they might make a contribution to the company. They want the company to guarantee their happiness and job satisfaction. And if the company doesn't, they'll look for a job elsewhere. Also, don't be surprised if you feel as though you're the one being interviewed when it comes to vetting the potential hires. So, getting down to, I guess, more bottom lines and concluding. Here are some thoughts on how to top grade millennials. Well, use all the top grading tools. 1, recruit them to save the world. Show how your business contributes to good in the world. Show them the job scorecard with clear performance accountabilities. They want to be measured in a friendly way, and they want clear and timely feedback. Ask them to complete the top grading career history form. Our software designers will enable them to import their resume and just add responses to the top grading questions and unique company application questions. Millennials love to share their career history, even if it's just a summer job or an internship, but that's okay. By all means, conduct the tandem top grading interview. This is a walk down memory lane, and A-player millennials will love explaining their accomplishments, and they'll reveal what motivates and interests them when answering your questions about why they took jobs, what they liked, what they disliked, what they contributed, and why they left. Loyalty to companies is not likely to be very high unless their needs are met. And that means development plans to enable some of them to get ahead, to get promoted. They all want to be heard. They want to be recognized. They want to be valued and appreciated. Okay? And finally, create an individual development plan as soon as they're on board. This is standard top grading process. You vet them with very, very thorough top grading methods. They're eager for feedback. Why not start it right away and give them the feedback, what you learn, the top grading interview and reference checks and so forth, okay? And ask them to write a draft of an individual development plan and then honor it, respect it, and give them feedback and coaching from time to time. The sine qua non of attracting and keeping millennials is to work with them so they do have a plan for their career development. Again, this is standard top grading. You have a ton of useful information. So in the first month, use it to start the coaching, mentoring, and training to help them follow through on their individual development plan so they grow, they contribute, they have fun, they save the world, they stay with you, and they really earn their keep. So in conclusion, to succeed as business leaders, we all embrace the internet and the social media, even though we said we wouldn't. Now we can understand, embrace, and effectively manage millennials. Till next time, top grade your team, including some millennials, and you will top grade your profits.